On this episode of The Real Paranormal Detectives, the team is called in to investigate Orange Coast College and the reported hauntings on campus. We interview multiple credible witnesses to the paranormal activity.
I'm Campus Safety Officer Charles Melton. The story I've got happened to us about 2 years ago.
Hi, my name is Davina Darwish. I'm a journalist writer from the Coast Report.
Colegio hace muchos años y me contaban que escuchaban o miraban fantasmas y escuchaban ruidos.
We are the Southern California Paranormal Detectives. Our team has been investigating claims of the paranormal for over 10 years. In our time, we've seen some crazy things.
I think I saw something over there.
What did it look like?
It's pulsating too.
It is pulsating. Yeah.
We also have literally thousands of hours of absolutely nothing. Now we've combined the latest science and technology, along with the spiritual.
The one that we see over here, the energy is just off the charts.
We've investigated ghosts, UFOs, cryptozoology, and even conspiracies. We want to finally show and find the truth. We are more than a team, we are family. And we are the real paranormal detectives. Hi guys, Jean-Pierre here again on our episode of The Real Paranormal Detectives. We were contacted by Orange Coast College. Their journalism department is doing a story on the hauntings here on campus, and it's really interesting. There's a lot of things going on. There's reports from campus safety officers, students, and even night maintenance workers about the activity that's going on in some of the buildings. A few of the buildings we heard activity from were the social science building and the library building, which used to be a different kind of building before it was turned into a library. Reported a lot of activity. So we're really interested in our investigation here. It's an educational institution. There's a lot of credibility from our witnesses, the actual witnesses who experienced the activity here. So hopefully we'll catch some activity tonight in the buildings we go into and the time we'll spend here. So we're looking forward to show you what's going on here. It has a lot of history here. It used to be an Air Force base that extended out to the OCC fairgrounds. We don't know exactly where like the morgue was or some of the hospital sections, but we're going to try and find that out before we investigate to touch on that tonight. So should be interesting. We'll see you guys in a little bit and be back for the investigation tonight.
Hi, my name is Davina Darwish. I'm a journalist writer from the Coast Report. I found a few things while I was doing some research on the history of the school. It seems that we've actually had a few past articles written on experiences at this campus. Most of them are dated back from a few decades. We have a few maintenance workers working graveyard shifts that have seen full-on apparitions, working really late shifts from 3 to 4 a.m. Two of them have passed away, unfortunately, but they have relayed their stories to me through some of the articles that I found. One of them saw a man wearing a surgeon mask walking around the tech building at around 2 or 3 a.m. He thought it was just a normal person, and he saw him walk into a bathroom, followed him in, and noticed that no one was in there. He continued to see him several times through some of his other shifts and just kind of started to shrug it off and not really think much of it. There's also another incident where two of the maintenance workers working graveyard shifts have also seen an apparition sitting on a bench close to the science hall. They both saw it at the same time. There's also been an incident of one of the maintenance workers passing away on campus because of a heart attack. There was also an incident about 30 years ago where the former tech building had a videotape that had to be changed twice a day to monitor any sort of activity in the tech building, see if anyone was trying to steal anything. One of the security guards working a graveyard shift was going to change the tape and decided to play it and see if he saw anything. He then proceeded to play the tape and saw these two lights in the room going back and forth. He decided to go check for himself, put the videotape in, went inside the room to see what it was, didn't see anything, came back in, looked at the tape, and saw the lights that could only be seen through film and not through his own eyes.
I'm Campus Safety Officer Charles Melton. The story I've got happened to us about 2 years ago. It was in December when school was out. It was a rainy, kind of a cold night, which of course plays right into kind of what we're talking about here. But while school is out, one of the things that we do at night is we go around and check the safety of the buildings, make sure that the buildings are locked. So I went down into the downstairs office at the social science building, and I was sitting in that office and I was going over a report on my laptop, and it's 10:30 at night. All of a sudden I hear above me the sound of a door opening and a door closing, and the sound of footsteps going up the stairs. Literally would have been about 10 feet behind me, would have been in a space in an adjacent office. So I hear the door open, close. I close my laptop, walk out the door and walk around. The elapsed time might have been 30 seconds between the time that I heard the door open and close. I just kind of wondered what an instructor was doing here at 10:30 at night going up to their offices. So I went around, I felt the door and the door was locked. Unlocked the door, opened it up, and when I went in, the lights were off, which immediately kind of makes the hairs go up on the back of your neck, because if someone just walked upstairs into this darkened office building, they would have turned on the lights. So immediately I'm a little cautious. I'm thinking, okay, well, we might have a burglar, we might have something, I don't know what we've got, but I know someone just walked up these stairs. So I turn on the lights, and I approach and I identify myself, and I'm kind of shouting out, campus safety, no response. Now this is a building that we check all the time during this time of year, so we kind of know what to expect when we get up there. And up at the top of the stairs are nothing but the instructors' individual offices, which they keep locked like their own home. It's a private space. They keep them locked all the time, and it's very, very rare that every once in a while we will find one of them open. But when I got to the top of the stairs, I found every door standing wide open. Immediately when I saw that, I kind of, talk about the hairs on the back of my neck, now they're really up. Now I'm thinking something's wrong. So I did my job and I walked to every room and I shouted campus safety. I kind of told them what was going on. I had to kind of approach cautiously because I didn't know if I was going to get jumped by somebody. But finding the doors open was really strange. I knew that there was somebody in the building because I had heard them go up. Checked every office. It's not a very big space, and I checked everywhere where they could be. And I never saw anybody. I went back down the way I came, and I was officially freaked out. I had heard stories about that building before, but I didn't ever believe it. I knew the custodians didn't like to go into that building, but I didn't believe it. But after this, I don't like going in there, period. It is a creepy building, it's creepy at night, and it's really creepy when it's raining outside, it's foggy, and there's nobody on campus. But all of that, there should have been somebody in that building in the time that elapsed from the time that I walked out of that door into that other door, and there was nobody in that building. Just the sound of footsteps going up and never footsteps going back down. And that's my story.
Hi, my name is Kunz. I am interested in the paranormal series. I not exactly in live in-person experience anything that's related to paranormal, but I've seen through videos and on the news and whatnot. I'm very intrigued by it. It's something that I've always been interested in. It's something outside of my comfort zone at the same time. So something for a hobby of mine to just look out for. I'm very interested in what's about to happen tonight. This is my first time being in this episode, so I'm looking forward to what's about to happen tonight.